Like it's just trees on one side. So all right, peace to the family, man. We back, I guess, from
We got power.
a quick hiatus where make
Shoot.
sure everybody has electricity, I guess. So we're
Yeah, it's
back
still
again
some
this
folks
week.
that don't have it.
Right. So we're gonna talk about that a little bit today. So let's go ahead and get the party started. I'll start with myself with the introductions, and then let's go ahead and get into the show. We ain't gonna waste no time today. We're gonna only stay on about an hour real quick. All right, so let's go ahead and get it. My name is Brandon B. Dixon, NMLS 1541210 at Billionaire Loan on all social media. Please like, subscribe, comment, tell a friend to tell a friend, so on and so forth. Go to the YouTube, especially. Go ahead if you want to see the long form content. Go to at Billionaire Loan Officer and subscribe, hit the like button, and then get the notifications when we come on, so you can watch us live. That way, you can ask, and we can ask any questions. We'll answer it right there live on the air. If you're ready to go and get a mortgage, go to my website, www.applywithb.com. You go there and then apply, or you can book me for a consultation. Also, you call me 832-775-8357. You call me 24/7. Then, last but not least, well, I got one other thing. Go to my website, www.brandonbdixon.com, if you want to book me for a I did not notice that's not an I, that's an L. You know what I mean? I did not notice that. It looked like, I did not notice that, but it's brandonbdixon.com. I'm going to change that.
Capital I.
Yeah, it looked like, it's a capital I, so, but go ahead and if you want to book me for a consultation, if you want to buy, you want to list, you want to lease, so on and so forth. Last but not least, it's coming up this Monday. Be there. LenderCon is coming to Houston. It's gonna be a good one. I just spoke with the comedian yesterday, so good thing his whole family's in the real estate. So he's been in the real estate since he was a kid. Some of his cousins, some of the top realtors in the city of Houston. So he got a lot of material for realtors and for loan officers. So it's gonna be funny. So come on out, July 22nd. It's a lunch, learn, and laugh at the Houston Improv here. So it's gonna kick off about 1 o'clock. We got food. We're gonna have drinks. Come on, kick it with us and have a good time. So go ahead, get your RSVP tickets at the Eventbrite right now. Bring the whole office out. It's gonna be fun. Lunch, learn, and laugh. All right, CJ, you want to kick it off? Let's see. I got you right here.
All right. What's going on, everybody? It's CJ, broker owner of Greenwood Realty Group. Follow me on social media at CJ Sales Texas, CJSELLSTX. Let's connect on there. Also, go to the website, greenwoodrealtytx.com. We have all the information on there. If you're a seller, buyer, or an agent that wants more information about us, go check out the website. We have the YouTube channel, CJ the Realtor, where we're doing our local business owner highlights. We're doing our Lux edition of the property tours and a lot more. So go on there, subscribe, share. If there's some information that you think somebody else should know, send it over to them. Let's build the channel up. And then, of course, we give back with our mentorship program at the Mansa Academy. Our website is themansaacademy.org. If you want more information, love to donate. We have all that on there for you too.
What about this website? Is that still a?
Nah, that was for the webinar joint.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, so Barry B, got you queued up.
All right. This is Barry B at Homes by Barry B. if you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate Houston and surrounding areas, you can give me a call at 832-786-1270, or I'm on all social media. If you can Google Homes by Barry B, and I'm on all social media. You can connect with me. I have a YouTube channel. So you want to buy a house, so just whatever goals you have, give me a call. Let's talk about them. Let's see about getting you into that new home before the year end.
Gotcha. All right, cool. So let's go ahead and kick it off, man. A lot of stuff been a lot of events, man, been happening since we last been on. It's been, and at least it shows you how quick things could change, and like any little thing could affect a lot of people's lives and stuff, So, last time we were on, a hurricane wasn't even in our thought pattern because it looked like it was going to hit Mexico. So I wasn't even, not even prepared, until my daughter hit me and like, hey, you evacuating? I'm like, nah, I didn't think it was going. It looked like it was going to hit the central part of Mexico at one point. So we didn't pay attention to it. Then we, in the southern border of the United States, but that 3 on up or 4 on up, they talking about tropical storm. We don't even pay attention to tropical storms,
Right.
So it kind of went in one end out the other. Never really got on the radar until like it was too late.
Well, hit us with that Barry Sanders juke. Came right out, right in, and hit the city dead on.
Yeah, it curved right. Actually, I was in the eye because I barely got any rain. Like
Man, so I got the bands first, and then the eye came over us. So we got tore up, and then the eye came over.
Right. So I don't know. My neighbor's fences blew down. I'm fortunate nothing that blew on my end. So, but I'm still, like I said, still making preparations, man. Like I'm making some changes myself. That's what this show is going to be about. Let's, just based on the changes. How do you think it's going to affect people for the rest of the year? How do you think it's going to affect our business, so on and so forth? Because a lot of changes have taken place. This is the second time in this year where we've had power off for an extended period of time.
Yep. And the first was a tornado.
Right.
So, and we don't even normally have those. So it's and I've seen recently, even with builders, new incentives, the house comes with a generator.
Right.
No, yeah, I've seen it.
So they already
should have been doing it before now.
Right.
Yeah,
I've seen houses on the coast come jacked up. Why not houses here? It should automatically come with generators if the power grid.
You would think so.
And then why? And it's 2024. Hadn't they worked on why you still got all these this powerful stuff on a stick? Why this ain't iron or something all these years?
So I seen something. I don't know how true it is, but I saw a report. They was talking about how the city didn't approve CenterPoint's proposal for the updated contract where they were trying to increase the rate. So, and basically the city rejected it. So they were saying basically CenterPoint is just sitting, like letting people suffer when they really could have fixed it by now. But because the city rejected that proposal, they basically are holding people's power hostage. So it's like it could have been on.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Right. So my question is, like,
whenever they say it's not about the money, it's about the money.
Yeah, like there's no technology where we could update the grid. We've been talking about this for the last few years. About
why?
Right.
Texas is on their own grid. That's why.
Right.
They didn't want to be a part of the nation.
Separate. Right. Totally separate from the U.S.
We have the problems we have.
Right.
When we had the freeze, you have that part of El Paso that's on New Mexico's grid. They were out for like 5 minutes.
Right.
Because they're not on the Texas grid.
Right.
So this is Texas problem.
Right. So my thing is, with the technology, why are we still going through these roving blackouts? That's almost like Nigeria or something. Like, Nigeria, they got roving blackouts like this, where any given time you can be blacked out for a week or two.
I mean, when you got one company in control like that, what you gonna do?
Right.
Like you at their mercy.
Right. I mean, but why is that? That's what I'm saying. Why?
Oh, you got to check some folks' bank accounts probably.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
But man, I went down the whole rabbit hole on these generators, bro. Because I was like, all right.
Yeah, somebody you better get the generator
project.
Hey, we got the gas ones, we got the electric ones. Which one's better?
Hey, they got them with all three. They do all three.
Right.
It's a tri-fuel one.
Gas, I'm talking about like straight. I'm talking about straight electric, like batteries. They got those too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that way. Because I was like, who wants to roll the generator outside in the middle of a storm, trying to start a generator, versus if you got the battery, you just go in the garage and hit the button. Or some they got some that automatically kick on.
Yeah, that's as soon as the lights flicker, click on. That's what I want. I don't want to touch that.
Yeah, but the problem is when the power's out and that battery goes out, how you gonna recharge?
Well, that's the thing. It's supposed to have enough for the last few days, right?
Depends on the size and how many you get. So for example, too, some of them last you a couple of days, but we was out without power for like 3 or 4 days this time.
Right. So yeah,
still them
6 days a month.
Be some hot last 2 days.
Right. I mean, you'll be cool for a couple. You'll be hopefully. Nah, don't they have the hybrids though with the gas and slash?
Hybrid batteries.
Nah, like you got gas if the gas, you kick on the gas if the electric.
They got some, but they don't have them like with a high power rating. So you have to get a whole bunch of them to run a house.
Right.
You talking about the battery or the generator?
You just need essentials. You don't need the whole house.
They got a dual.
Yeah, you don't need the whole house.
Yeah, you need essentials: refrigerator, AC.
But those are the main ones that pull the most power. So the lights.
You know what? I've been researching it too, and if you can do all that. I think it says under around like 30 amps, even a 50 amp one. So I've been researching it.
Yeah, and it also depends on the size of your condenser outside.
Yeah,
too,
true. Yeah, it depends on all of that.
5 ton.
But even if I can't turn the AC on, at least let me get some fans.
Hey, go get a window unit.
Yeah, hey.
My thing is, I think houses in Texas should come standard with some type of generator. I think that should be part of the bill. And especially if you got a new house, I think I know Generac about to eat because I seen the trucks pull up and everything like that. So I know Generac about to eat. You need to go and get some Generac stock. I think it's about to.
Well, shoot, everybody's eating right now because hurricane season. Them prices don't drop at all.
Right. Oh yeah. So yeah, everybody that's rushing to get them generators.
I ain't had a Generac. I'm gonna get a portable.
Right.
Right. So yeah, you about to pay for it, but. That's a good investment, man. If you don't want me, I would get some Generac stock right now because that third quarter gonna look lovely. You know what I mean? So, but man, my thing is why too, and I got a clip that we're gonna play later on. But the question is, does solar mean you no longer need electricity?
Nope.
How does that work?
Because if you get the panels and you don't have that battery. Your power go out, you don't have power then either.
What's the advantage of solar then? If you got solar panels, you still need electricity. Your power gonna be out. What is solar? What is the purpose of solar?
You got to have a battery for that solar to go into to keep charge for a power outage. As long as you can use solar while you got electricity and switch over to the solar and save on your electricity bill. But if the power's out, it don't help you. Unless you got that backup battery.
With solar, I think
I have literally in the past 2 months, I've had about 4 solar people come to this house And they really starting to get on my nerves.
They ruthless. They
Look,
ruthless with it.
I was nice at first, and the last one, I almost let him have it.
Man.
Huh?
That's why you need that ring doorbell. I don't go to the doorbell.
I mean, I know who it is. I mean,
like, hey, how can I help you? Yeah, we're in the
I see
neighborhood.
it right there.
Hey, look, the minute I see them come through there on that scooter, man, I'm not answering that though. Maybe out there that little hover around thing, you know what I'm saying, rolling through the neighborhood. No,
Oh yeah.
We got the no soliciting sign up in our neighborhood. We was like, don't even come with that.
Man,
They don't
we
even-
got
they don't pay attention to
signs
that.
that don't mean nothing.
They don't mean nothing. They still coming. And they still gonna call.
Right.
Go out there with that big Rottweiler like Martin had.
Right.
But
That's
yeah,
why y'all
I-
need to
I
go.
don't see-
Y'all
I
need the
don't see
ring. Y'all
benefit in
got
that.
the camera doorbell yet? Well, you can
Yeah,
talk
no, I
to
have
him.
one. I went out there. I know who it was.
Yeah, I just tell him I'm not interested. Not interested. Boom, and then you gonna be talking to yourself because after I tell you that, I'm tuned you out at that point. You know,
I do one better than that. I don't even tell them that. I don't even answer.
right.
Once I see who it is, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got no breath to give you.
Well, that answer for keeping from ringing the doorbell multiple times. You know, so don't ring or don't knock. Hey, I answer. You know I'm here. So
Hey,
roll
while
out.
you're playing, though, I'm gonna talk to him. He might need a realtor.
Right.
Oh, I tell him I'm a realtor
Always
too.
be selling, huh, CJ? Always be selling.
I
Hey,
tell
I'm
him I'm
telling
a
you.
realtor.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
real.
And what you trying to sell is garbage. So don't even.
They can make some. They make some money off them solar panels.
Oh
They
yeah,
do.
I know they do.
If you
And
put them on
then the other problem is people get them panels and don't realize how many they really need to save some money.
Yeah.
And they didn't got under this contract and it ain't really doing nothing.
Man, look, I had somebody that got them panels paying $400 a month. They ain't got electric bills, but I'm like, well, if I'm paying $400 a month to you, what's the difference of paying $200-$300 to the light company?
And then
How is that benefiting me?
Hey,
I'm still
and good-
paying the money.
and then good luck selling that house because somebody that's buying it, they don't want to add that to their bills.
Yeah.
Right. So I think
And
it's
the dude
flawed, man. I thought if you got solar, you could run off the grid, but you can't. You're still dependent on the grid. That's why they're trying to block
No,
it.
Unless you got that battery. Unless
Yeah,
you got
you
that
gotta have
battery.
the
CJ
backup
was talking
battery.
about- My neighbor, they went and put these two big old panel batteries inside his garage.
Mhm.
And then you know what I'm saying, he was straight during the blackout, but you know, not everybody has that. Some people just got the straight panels. They don't have a battery.
Right. And that's I think that's one of the first or second clips. But you want to run the first clip? You know, I still got technical difficulties. I think it's the new VPN that we got with Nexa that's blocking my Instagram. You know, but
Damn, not Instagram.
yeah, like I can't get on no social media now on the computer. Like it's weird. Like, you know, but I can get on my cell phone. So I'm thinking it's the VPN that's on. So I'm gonna have to go in and try to shut off the VPN and see if I can then do the show, you know, and I have to cut it back on, you know, when I get back on the show. I mean, get back to
that
work.
VPN does block a lot of stuff.
Yeah, so I'm thinking that's got to be it because either that or I'm hacked because I cannot get in my Instagram at all but I can get into it on my phone. You know what I mean? So
All right, we can run it.
Never
yeah,
sold a house, we sold one deal, like
Yeah.
where they actually had some sort of business, but they're looking for supplemental income, which is tough, which is kind of wild to see happen. I think real estate is becoming less popular. I think a lot of people are leaving the industry and it's not as sexy as it's been the last 2 to 3 years.
Okay.
It's just like not as easy. A lot of realtors are looking for jobs. We've had a lot of good realtors that have came in here and I'm like, dude, you sold 15 houses last year. Like, why are you looking for a job? And they're like, oh, you know, it's been hard. Da, da, da. I'm like good realtors, not like, oh, you've never sold a house or you sold one deal. Like, where they actually had some sort of business, but they're looking for supplemental income, which is tough, which is kind of wild to see happen. I think real estate.
right. So yeah, that's gonna be the kind of the theme of this show. Like, you know, since all the events, what's the second half of 2024 looking like, especially for realtors? I know a lot of them, like you said, looking for jobs. I'm thinking rightfully so. Like a lot of them, I think was clogging up the industry. Like, you know, so I think it's just clogging up. You know,
Shoot,
especially
what's next month gonna look like? Forget the end of the year.
right.
When they make these changes with the MLS,
August 17th. August
Yep.
17th.
they make these changes, and you ain't prepared. You're not familiar with the forms that you got to use after that.
Right.
You're gonna be hurting out here.
Right.
Even worse. So, I mean, didn't Powell just say he liked the numbers in the last Fed meeting last week or so? With the
Yeah,
economy?
I mean the rate's supposed to be dropping, but again, I mean, now that was before the assassination attempt and all that. So who knows now? Like, you know, it looked like definitely, you know, like I said, they might not even bother with it because, like I said, you know, ain't no way Biden getting up in there now. You know what I'm saying? So,
Hey,
you know what I mean?
I mean that don't have an immediate effect on the economy though. So they might drop it.
I don't know. Who knows? Like I said.
All signs lead towards them saying them actually dropping it. And I think, you know what I'm saying, you know, after promising 5 to 6 cuts this year, I think it's about due time. You know what I'm saying? I think it's about due time. But the inflation numbers and everything, you know what I'm saying, looks positive. So
will it be significant enough for everybody to hop in? That's
significant
the
enough
game
for everybody to hop in. Hop back into real estate?
Yeah, so will it be
you talking about
significant
consumers
enough?
or you talking about the
no, just the cut.
realtor?
Like what if they cut it a quarter point? I don't think that's going to be enough to everybody to get all crazy about if they cut it a quarter point.
If they cut it a quarter point, you know what I'm saying? I think, in my opinion, you know what I'm saying? I think first quarter of 2025, I think everybody jumps back in. They cut it a quarter of a point in September. It takes a little bit of while for the public to catch on to what actually happened. By the time they catch on and the market comes and the activity starts to pick up, then I think realtors will start to come back as market starts to pick up and everybody talks about, everybody back in the pool now to buy houses. Right. And then they come back in the market.
That's what we're talking about, the second half of this year. Like, do you think? I don't think it would be enough to save this year because don't forget November and December. A lot of realtors they holding out until next year anyway. A lot of people are on vacation, and then a lot of people are.
That's a good opportunity to jump and grab something though.
Right, but most people if they got to move, they'll start looking. But how many people close in November and December?
It ain't as many as July, but
yeah,
I mean, if you're looking for an opportunity to get in where competition is low, then that'll be like before next year is when you want to do it.
Right. But I'm saying the whole thing is, what does it mostly look like? Do you think these realtors that's already in it will survive until that end, or they're already looking for jobs, like the guy said?
They probably already looking for jobs, but here's the thing: is that, you know what I'm saying, just because they jump out of real estate, don't mean their license is going to become inactive immediately.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying, if your renewal is not up until May of next year, you know what I'm saying, you're just going to ride this wave. Whenever everything gets better, then you just jump back in because your license still active.
Right. And they'll be doing it on the side too.
Absolutely. So even though they're looking for a job, doesn't mean they completely just jumping out of real estate.
Right. But sometimes your job tie you up so much where you can't. And it enables you to really pour anything into it. So I don't see how you can dip one foot in, one foot out if you're not a full-time marketer.
Yeah, you go be at home, get a at-home job packing envelopes.
Right. At home job.
Calls to the job at the house. You know what I'm saying, with the headphones.
Calls to the job gonna be more consuming because you can't make any outside calls. You're not gonna be able to go anywhere. A client calling you, I want to say a house, you ain't gonna be able to answer that till you get off at 5:30.
When people trying to make ends meet, they gotta do what they gotta do.
Yeah,
you're gonna be fired. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
But if they that busy with calls and stuff, then they not leaving the industry anyway.
Right. Right. But you never know when that call come through. If you got, you know what I mean? If you got clientele, you never know when they call in.
They rush to the bathroom. I got to go to the bathroom.
You got to go to the bathroom.
Take their phone with them.
Hey, be in the stall. Hello.
Well, I'm gonna get somebody else. You got to go right now. I'm gonna get somebody. I'm gonna try to find somebody to show you this house. So it's gonna be tough, man. I think, like they said, they got into it thinking it was gonna be, what they see on Instagram.
I mean, that was easy back during COVID when rates was
Yeah, it
3-4%.
was easy.
They got in and they ain't have to do nothing.
Yeah.
Right.
This, you know,
They didn't take into account, you know what I'm saying? They needed that time to get their license. And by the time they get in, COVID is over. That
Hey,
COVID
yeah.
boom is gone.
And not just that, save some of that money you making when you hit these valleys.
Yeah.
They slow down and dry up on you.
everybody went on vacation and when had photo opportunities for the ground, and everybody was showing the fruit, so everybody thought it was easy.
Yep.
You know,
Balling.
yeah, everybody was balling. Then they got top of that with the PPP. You know, so everybody, you know, was balling.
No, they was balling. They
Yeah,
balling in
so-
jail now.
PPP.
I don't even think they caught half of them. But
Right,
that's another story.
You know, you kill one scare 1,000. You know,
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
you know. So yeah, you want to roll in that clip, CJ?
All right, hold up.
Oh my gosh. Where they are? So there was nobody there?
They said they got out.
Yeah, because I've been seeing this a lot. You know, because I work for a house, so I've been hearing these fire trucks a lot around here and everything. So I think a lot of people house been catching on fire because they left the stove on, or they left something on, and left the iron plugged up, or and forgot it. And then once they restore power, they had a hotel at the friend's house, and
Man, not just that. If you do have a generator and you don't have that switch clicked off that goes to your circuit, your panel.
Yep.
That's another way that
gotta
you
have
can
Gotta do it every time.
Right. So, but I put that on as well, like this we don't realize how sensitive and things could be. Like stuff could change at the drop of a dime. Like with this power outage or fire, and we just kind of play life like like everything's gonna be the status quo. You don't prepare. You don't prepare for setbacks.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And so we kind of live out on the edge a lot. So you gotta prepare for setbacks. You gotta have stuff. That's why they call it have savings for a rainy day, literally. Especially in Houston when we got several. The hurricane season is a lot of rainy days. Consecutively. Non-stop. You know what I mean? So you gotta have stuff set aside to if you got to bounce at drop a hat. You gotta hey, well, I could be in a different city for 7 days or 14 days. You know what I mean? So this is we have cheaper rent. I've seen a lot of clips that and people talking about, hey, don't move to Houston. And then what you think it is cheaper rent, but you got all these. But hey, that's one of the things we got cheaper cost of living, but you got to have different things set aside because we do have, I guess, a janky grid. We don't have like a lot of drainage. We're in a bowl. You know what I mean? So this is part of being in Houston. Like, you get prepared for floods, get prepared for power outages, get prepared for other stuff.
Get prepared for anything.
Yeah, so this is part of being in Houston. You don't have the bigger cost of living, but you got to have stuff, save and set aside in case stuff happens. It's almost like living in Florida.
And that's my thing too. Is like as many hurricanes as all of Florida get, why their power don't go out like ours?
Because they're in a different grid, right?
Yeah, because they're on the U.S. grid.
Texas want to be independent. We want to be our own country. Hey, look, it's pros and cons to that. So,
and we've been seeing the cons all for the last few years.
Oh man, you telling me? Anytime a storm hit, and other states looking at us like, hey.
Yeah, you heard about the latest and greatest, right? It's happened today. We got 24 hours to release that put that barbed wire down at the border. And Abbott said he ain't doing it.
You got 24 hours to do what?
We got 24-hour notice from federal government to take down that wire fence that's blocking the border.
Oh, okay.
And Biden wanted the people in there, and Greg Abbott said he tired of that, so he put up a wire fence.
I know your fence.
And they say you got 24 hours. You don't take it down. It's about to be a standoff, so this is gonna get interesting. And we said, nah, we ain't doing it.
It ain't gonna get interesting. They ain't gonna do nothing. Feds come down and cut it. They did.
There's gonna be a standoff with the Texas National Guard and the feds, huh?
Okay.
On National Guard.
Hey, somebody got seniority.
Somebody got seniority.
We come shut this bitch down.
Yeah.
You know, every year Texas talk about doing a secession.
Oh yeah, it is.
Secede from the union. So. But
to get back on topic, one thing I want to put out there, is one of the things that I didn't find out until later on in life is that a lot of people, hopefully it didn't happen, but a lot of people didn't necessarily understand that they can die from carbon monoxide. So when you had these storms and stuff and you're sitting in these cars just to charge your phone or to get some AC or whatever the case may be, if you're sitting in a closed garage, that carbon monoxide from that car could actually kill you. Yep. And it's killed a couple of people that I know, just not during the storm, but on other occasions. And it's a silent killer. So, I'm just hoping people are aware that, that they need to pull out the garage if they're going to charge their phone. If you're going to talk on your phone in your car or something like that during the storm, you got to do something else different. Don't be one of those statistics.
I never did get generator. Don't run it in that garage. It's raining outside. That thing need to be outside.
Yeah. I never did get that. With these new cars, I drive foreign. So, they have the filter in the cabin. So they don't filter carbon monoxide?
Nah. You can't filter that. Not with no regular air filter.
It's like a gas, man. I'm saying, how you gonna filter a gas?
Odorless gas. Like you gotta have like some
gas, man.
Military type
stuff. So they got gas masks and stuff like that.
What normal people got a gas?
You gonna go get a gas?
You go pull your gas mask right now, bitch.
Hey, let me go on Amazon right quick for Prime Day. Give me a gas mask.
What does the air filter then?
The cabin air.
Pollutants in the air.
Yeah, like the dust and all that. It'll get that.
Right.
But the carbon monoxide is just like oxygen. It's just like we're breathing right now.
It'll go through. Yeah.
Right.
So
I thought you could shut that out and just recycle the air inside the cabin.
No, sir.
Not the carbon.
Circuit it on.
Carbon monoxide. I mean,
on to your demise, brother.
Right.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Don't put that out there, B. You know what I'm saying?
So damn, B almost done killed itself.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I got
a foreign car, so I don't have to worry about carbon monoxide.
I don't get no gas in here.
Yeah, I definitely rock an hour or two. Yeah, I definitely rock an hour or two when they're in the storm. You know what I'm saying? And when I charge my phone, I'll be AC'd up. You know what I mean? I definitely rock an hour or two. But I got big lungs.
The good Lord was with you. The good Lord was with you.
Being there sleepy as hell, not knowing why.
Hey,
exactly.
I got big lungs. It's gonna take a lot of carbon monoxide to fill these lungs. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Turn your garage to a gas chamber.
Yeah, so it's gonna take a lot. Go ahead, run the next one.
Oh yeah, hold on. I just added one because I wanted y'all to see this flex. Oh look, this is what they were talking about, the whole issue with Centerpoint and them holding people hostage. Dude did a whole interview flexing with the thermostat right behind him.
I'm in disbelief. Can't believe it. I'm in disbelief.
Well, everybody is out of power. Right. This man did a whole flex doing an interview with the thermostat on 70.
Yeah, and I don't even
look.
keep my house at 70. I'll be at 73, 74.
No,
Yeah.
sir. No, Sirski. 73, 74. I'm sweating. It ain't no
Nah.
way. I got to be at 70.
I'll be
70
feeling
no
good.
less. The only time I'm 73, 74 when I ain't at the house. You turn it up. That's the only time.
Man, I'm shivering at 73.
Man.
You know,
Yeah.
that 73, 74 be feeling good. Now when I leave the house, I'll be 78 when I leave. You know, but shit, at night I'm 73, man, all day. All day. You know, I got that, I got an energy efficient house. I don't know that. Plus I got the fans though too.
The fans.
Yeah,
You
I got
talking about
fans.
ceiling fans?
Yeah, I got a ceiling fan.
I'm gonna run this other one.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. AC and fans.
All
Yeah,
that gotta be on.
I'll be icy.
Yeah.
Animation hour to be restored by the end of the day, Friday, July 19th.
Hell no. To the no.
Right. So
That was
Yeah, this
last.
is
Was
what-
that last week?
yeah, that was last week.
When that- yeah.
So that's life in Houston, man. Like I said, then they you're looking at weeks without power. Then
And
I
you know
feel
what?
comfortable.
And I don't know how true it is, but like how we have these different electric companies from other states that come down. I heard they were having problems with CenterPoint not wanting to pay them.
Yeah, they
heard
were
that
sitting
too.
on their hands waiting on CenterPoint to give them the go ahead. They was here, like they came from like California and some more.
Yeah, Oklahoma, all of that. Yeah.
Right.
So I don't know how true it is, but if it comes
I
out
don't
that
know.
they didn't want to pay these people and they just sitting there, it's gonna be some smoke in the city.
Right.
Yeah, man. Like I said, that should motivate a lot of people from moving out of apartment because I can stay hours at a time and my house is energy efficient, gonna stay cool. It's gonna be a minute before you get 78, 79, 80. So that apartment ain't insulated like a house. So as soon as you cut that AC off, it's hot as the furnace up in there.
And the thing is, if you wanted to get a generator and you got an apartment, you can't.
Can't get a generator.
You can't. I was floored to hear about, a lot of these apartments, especially senior living facilities that didn't have a backup generator.
Right.
And you got elderly people in there that barely hanging on in some cases.
Got
And
oxygen
if the power
machines.
goes out, it was nothing. It was nothing.
Yeah,
to back it
oxygen
up.
machines
I'm
and all that, and
Right.
Yeah,
I tell you what, this storm exposed a whole bunch of stuff.
Yep.
Right.
And a whole bunch of people.
Right. So
and the thing was, it wasn't as devastating as Harvey was.
Yeah, this is
You
a
know,
Cat 1. This is
you
a
know,
category
yeah.
1.
One.
So it's like, what's gonna happen when a real big one come?
Hey, and I looked online. They already named 25 storms. It's 25 hurricanes this season so far.
what you
I don't
mean?
know
Already?
which way they're heading, but they already got names.
Well,
But
they have
there was a Chris out there in the but it fizzled out. It was
They have
it was on
names.
its way.
They have names every year, right? They just
But
like-
they already got 25 of them though.
But they don't name it until it becomes a
don't
storm.
name it till it becomes a storm.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
So they got the names already cocked and ready. When they become storm, that's when they rotate them like every year. They
Look,
rotate. the names.
I'm on a side note, you know what I'm saying? I'm waiting on a ghetto name to come from a hurricane. You know what I'm saying? Like Hurricane Bunquisha. Like, you know what I'm saying? When that's
Man,
gonna
no.
You know what I'm saying?
man.
When they gonna come? When
I
that's
mean,
gonna
Hurricane-
Hurricane Chris,
isn't it,
wasn't that a rapper from New Orleans or
Germany
Louisiana
or somewhere that names the storms? Isn't it like Germany or something
Right.
that names
How
the
many
storms?
names our storm?
I
They
mean,
wasn't out
Beryl,
there. They
Beryl's
usually start
almost
them in
here.
Atlantic.
Beryl and Gerald.
Right.
Well,
Now,
hey,
you might
we had
be
an
We
Alicia.
gonna get her.
Hey, we had an Alicia 20 years ago.
you
That
might
was
get
close.
Hurricane Keisha. You might get Hurricane Keisha.
Look, come on, man. Where that's at?
Yeah. So
And it
yeah.
better do some hell of a damage when it comes
Right.
through.
Right.
Well, I don't think you're gonna get no get on there because they can't pronounce them themselves. So like they make it up. You know what I'm saying? So, but what's the next clip?
What we got? Oh yeah, that's a good one.
These rooftops are shining in the sun. That's because they're covered with solar shingles developed by Tesla. The entire roof harnesses the power of the sun, converting it to electricity and storing it in these Powerwall battery packs. This means that even during a blackout, your Wi-Fi, air conditioning, refrigerator, etc., just keeps on going. Probably the best part, though, is that because this home generates its own power, you don't have an electricity bill. That alone is going to save you thousands of dollars. So you tell me, is Elon Musk onto something, or has technology gone too far? The reason these
So yeah, why isn't this every house in America built with this roof?
Because builders ain't gonna make that type of investment.
You
Why
got
not?
that right.
You're
That's
not
the investment you got to make on your
full
own.
Tesla,
not cheap.
yeah, a full Tesla solar panel roof is not cheap.
Because
We're talking about the prices of homes now. What happens when you add that on the roof?
Right.
Exactly. Building materials are already higher. You know what I'm saying? And then now you're going to add on that most people will probably be like, I can do without that.
Yeah,
Why would you do that to yourself?
Especially like that type of house right there, like that ain't gonna. Right now, that's probably like a $450,000, $500,000 house, depending on where it is. You put that roof on there, then they're gonna have to jack that baby up way higher.
Right.
That's gonna price a lot of people out.
Right. Then so it's just affordability, you're saying?
Yeah.
It's not
That's what it boils down to.
It may work on luxury. It may work on luxury, but you're talking about, the average home buyer, it ain't gonna cut it.
And not to mention, you know what I'm saying, the demand for it, you know what I'm saying, you probably, if you're a builder trying to knock out homes, you're probably 4 or 5 months before they can actually get out there to put that stuff on, or before you can actually get the materials. I mean, who wants to wait that long? If you're a builder, you're trying to burn and turn. You're trying to get these things. So I'm trying to get these things.
I would
built.
think they would strike deals with the builders like as a wholesale price. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that'd be an option to your clients.
But they still got to have the capacity to make it wholesale or retail.
Right. Well, I
think right now it's too entry level. They don't have the capacity to quickly, kind of send you out materials.
Right. Right. Then I would say, like, this depends on where you're at, like, because you got to have the snow, like a roof, like weighted. Like, how would that affect, like, when you got 2 feet of snow on top of that? How would that affect that, that solar panel?
Yeah.
So this.
And then don't just think the panels. You've seen they had the batteries in there. Them batteries ain't cheap either. So that's
right.
That's an additional cost.
That's
why people's power don't go, like when power goes out and people don't have those batteries. That's why they don't. That's why their power don't stay on, because they don't have those batteries. Right. Because that's a whole nother expense.
Right. But they got to cost something. It costs something to run that not just up front. It costs something to maintain those batteries and that solar panel, right? They just say, I'm not gonna have an electricity bill.
I mean,
something to maintain, like what, like maintenance every year or something?
Like cleaning
to maintain, like, say for example, when electric cars, they're talking about the hidden cars, you got to pay for the electricity. So then it's down to the size of the price of gas. You know what I mean? If not more. And then you don't go as far. So it's like not practical.
No, because it's using the solar power. So
right.
it's not like an electric car where you're paying for electricity. You're creating the electricity with the solar power.
The battery, how do you maintain that battery?
I don't think you would have to, because I mean, if you got a Tesla, do you have to take a Tesla in every year to get the battery checked?
I think it's like I think you got to. How long those batteries last? 3 years, 2 years, 3 years?
I'm pretty sure they have some maintenance on it where you have to.
It's way longer than that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they got software tied into the system that tells you the strength and the life expectancy on that stuff.
Right.
Just the same way they do the Tesla car. The Tesla car gives you, how much your battery you got left and all this other stuff. Right. They have the software to kind of tell you what's going on.
And those Teslas easy to total though too. You hit them on the battery, that's a wrap for it. You hit that axis, but that battery, that's a wrap.
If you get to the battery underneath the car, you know what I'm saying, the whole car total anyway. It's total. So
right.
You might go haul that thing on off.
Right. So like, yeah, it's not practical, man. For electric. I don't know. Solar. I think still the future for right now is at least getting an electrical generator. I think those battery packs that Tesla, he's on to something with the battery packs. So whether it's solar generated or you building up power, you got the battery backup for like a week or so or whatever. That could be the future. In the inside.
Yeah, for sure. You just got to be able to afford it.
Right.
Correct.
That's the thing.
Yep.
All right. What's the next one?
Talking about that rent.
Oh yeah. I put your boy, what you call him on there. And I was talking to a client today. I hope he's watching. And don't forget, folks, go ahead and put any questions that you got in the comments. We'll read them live here on the air. And a client and I were talking about whether he should go rent something for now instead of getting into the house. Go ahead, lead that up, CJ. And I was telling them, like, hey, well, how stuff is going right now for rent, even with landlord, even with private houses, they want 3 times rent and nice credit and everything like that. So it's almost like you might as well buy something, like, you know, and then the money that you spending on that rent, $2,000 a month, that's $24,000 a year. Really, that's going bye-bye. You know, that's going out the door. So to kind of answer, you know, you got to make $72,000 a year for the average house. The average house in Houston rents about what, $2,000?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so that's 3 times a month's rent. That's $6,000 a month. Most of them want 3 times rent, right?
Yeah,
Anyway,
but I just seen
most
something though.
of them want
I
at
think they're
least 3.
changing that requirement. They're not allowing landlords to require that anymore.
Are they?
I saw something, an article about it. I don't know when it's going to be enforced and how they plan to make that a requirement. How to stop? I mean, they can reject it for anything, basically.
Anything, like, yeah. So,
yeah, but
the only,
like I was
the only
telling
thing
somebody,
is they just gonna stop. They just gonna stop putting on the MLS. That's
right?
3 times
Right.
But behind the scenes, you know, you got to make 3 times. You know,
and that's what I was telling somebody. Like, they was looking to rent, but I was like, it's easier to buy than rent right now.
Yeah.
Every landlord is gonna have their own requirements. The credit score that they want you to have is the same credit score you can get approved for a loan for.
Exactly. That's the problem. Yeah. Like, you know, the problem is like I said, for some reason, a lot of people have in their head that renting is easier. It's actually harder, you know, nowadays, especially with the rent going crazy.
I think on the what they're thinking is on the long term, yes, it's better to buy, but you got to think also, not just thinking about how much they're going to be paying a month, but how much is it going to cost for them to get into the house?
What you mean?
What I mean is, you want to buy a $300,000 house, your payment say $2,500, but it's going to cost you $35,000 to get in it. And if you don't have that $35,000,
it's going to cost you $30,000 to buy that house. It's going to cost you $35,000.
I mean, like down payment and closing costs.
I can see where they can scare somebody off. I can see where they can scare somebody off, but
that's what I'm saying. So that's what some people are looking at there.
Yeah.
Nah, first of all, if you got good enough credit, you can do down payment assistance where you come out with nothing. You know, then I got a couple of lenders that have 100% financing. You know,
here's the thing is where, you know what I'm saying, education. When we talk about education,
right,
a lot of your normal people, if everyday people that you hang around with don't own a house, they all rent. Who's there to tell you, girl, you don't need $35,000 to buy a house, or boy, you don't need $35,000 to buy a house? If you don't have anybody in your circle to tell you that, you know what I'm saying, you just don't know. So I just go lease another property. I just go lease another apartment, whatever the case may be.
Right.
And I don't make an effort to go find out, you know what I'm saying, which is the majority of the people, unfortunately.
Right. You're gonna need look at the probably, if not more, it'll be synonymous. Let's go ahead and march it down real quickly. You're gonna need first month, last month, and possibly a deposit. But let's just say first month, last month. On a $2,000 a month, that's 4 G's right there, right? You know, then you're gonna need to, you know, you got other stuff like application fee, and you know the what else is there? The application fee, the credit check, and all that stuff.
And that's if you don't have pet deposit or double deposit, because you done did some stuff back in the day.
Well, that's 4 G's. So on 100% financing, you know, you possibly have 1% earnest money. Let's say on a $300,000 house, that's going to be 3 G's. You got your appraisal, which is probably going to be $650, and then you got your option period, which is $150. So that's $800 right there. You probably got your inspection, so that's probably going to be about $400. You know, $500. So right about the same thing. And then that 3 G that you put down earnest money, if you get 100% financing, you get down payment assistance. A lot of times you get that back. because it'd be a surplus. You know, and I'm talking about the down payment assistance thing. So that 3G, a lot of times I could do it to where, hey, if you got enough a surplus back, now that could be your moving costs. That's for your utilities, your moving and stuff like that. So it's damn near synonymous, you know, to buy a house if you want to do DPA, you know. So damn near the same thing even with your prepaids. You know, and it's negotiable. Like I said, you don't necessarily have to pay 1%. Tell them you have 2,500, and then it'll be cheaper.
And with all this creative financing out here now, it's a lot of different ways to get approved and get a home.
Yeah, you know, if you credit, because most likely you're gonna need a 620 anyway for these. If you are in a good neighborhood, so 620 you can do DPA. I got DPA at 600.
And let me add to this. You know what I'm saying is that the market is slow. So you know what I'm saying now, and people keep talking about this interest rate. Like now is the time to where you can get a lot of your closing costs paid for by the sellers because they're trying to get the house. So don't wait till interest rate drops talking about, oh, well, now I want to go buy. Well, you ain't getting shit in closing costs. Yeah. Now you got to come up with that money. It just doesn't make sense.
Right.
Yeah, you can get seller concessions now. Yeah, oh yeah.
Right. And then this is another problem that I've been having lately, especially this summer. This has been a summer of people needing these bridge loans. And then I got a couple of bridge loans that where you can get the money, you can pull the money out of your house right now, cash, pay it off that loan, and then have that, you know, put that towards the new house. You know, so that way there's no contingencies. You know, so I got programs right there, like 0% bridge loan. You know, so a lot of people be waiting to sell their house and then figure out like me, I got a decade worth of stuff in there. It's a lot. I'm on my third day of cleaning up right now. Like, you know, just getting everything straight. You know, so and it's gonna be a couple of more days. I'm about to get to the garage and all that tomorrow. So it's like I got to take it in phases. You know what I mean? So much stuff. You know, so and I know what clears. I'll probably be done by maybe Friday. You know, so but it's a lot of stuff. But you got to tackle it. You know, if you want to move forward.
Yep.
A lot of people get scared, like they don't want to move out of the house. But they got bridge loans available. Didn't you have a couple of ones that you want to add to that, CJ, that you just sent me?
Yeah.
Or what? You had one. I think that was the last of my clips, right?
No, that was another one. But I added one with Centerpoint. Hold on, you got one more.
You already played the Centerpoint. I thought you had one more.
Yeah, I got one.
All right.
But I'm gonna play this last one you got.
Gotcha. So we got two left. Making good timing. We were right about
Finance, job openings, new hires unexpectedly rise in May. There were 8.14 million jobs open at the end of May.
Which some of those are ghost positions. Those aren't real.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, do companies actually take down their openings if they're no longer hiring?
Most of the time now, no. And some companies will even go so far as to post jobs to make themselves look like they're growing. Some companies will do the opposite. Look, we don't need to hire anybody. We want to make it look like we're hiring everybody.
Yeah, exactly. This from Yahoo Finance.
That's crazy.
Right. So I just put that in there because, like we say, we talk about the jobs report all the time and inflation. That's part of the, changing the rate. But since it's digital age, I think they're monkeying around with those numbers. Because a lot of, they'll not take that actual ad down. They'll keep it up, and that looks like people they're hiring are the jobs available, or, I don't think it's exact numbers. I think it's fuzzy math with these job unemployment and all that stuff.
Oh yeah, I was in a meeting with one of the researchers from Texas A&M's real estate and economy research institute. Saying a good portion of the so-called new jobs is the people that already have jobs getting second jobs. So it ain't like people that don't have jobs getting jobs. The people that are already working is working harder.
Right.
So the numbers are already skewed because of that. They're not taking that into account when they post those numbers.
Right.
Yeah, I think everybody's going to make the numbers favor them or favor their cause or their whatever they trying to push their agenda.
Yep.
Here's the other thing is that, I'm saying, they'll post, and I know for a fact in a lot of corporate positions, they'll post a job and it's already filled. But just because HR compliance, they have to post the job publicly. So they'll take resumes and all this other stuff, knowing that they have an internal person that's already going to fill that job. So the job is not technically available, but just because of law, they have to post it.
Right.
Man, I seen this report. This black guy applied for a job. I forget the company. He kept the same resume for the most part, then changed his name to like Jabrowski or something, and he got like 3 interviews.
Right.
Same resume.
Right. Allowed to do that, you know. But my name is already like Scottish, you know. So, but I think
Scottish.
Yeah.
What Scottish person you know named Dixon?
I think Dixon is from Scotland.
Is it?
I think so. But it ain't what you think. You know what I'm saying? Not the Scotland.
The Dixons I know is brothers from the hood. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I don't know the. Now, granted, I don't know a bunch of Scottish people, so you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
With the DIXON?
Yes.
Oh yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
How the hell do you spell Dixon?
Like, you know, they got
the other way.
Yeah, SON.
Oh,
I mean, you can do DICKSON.
Yeah. You got a lot of DICKSON. You know, but the surname comes from Scotland, you know, and it's not what you think, Scotland. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget that, you know, there wasn't no snakes in Ireland. Who do you think the snakes were that they ran out of Ireland? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, you know what I mean? So, but so it ain't what you're thinking.
Yeah.
But you got one more, right, CJ?
Yeah, I got one. It's kind of switching gears a little bit, but I think I got a couple more, actually. I got 2 more.
On up. Let's get it.
People like him that has gone in and don't have a background of making all this money, but they just got the company. Can they go in and get money also from like investors?
Definitely. You could be a brand new company. Of course, we don't want to work with brand new companies. We want to have our shell corporations. Brand new investor who has the right team behind them can go out and present themselves through what's called a pitch deck. And they can present themselves to other investors, other venture capitalists, and they can say, I have this idea. It works. I am experienced in what I'm doing. And as long as you have your offering memorandum to draft what it is that you're selling, what it is that your company is doing, who we are, what we do, and how we do it. And they take this offering memorandum and they take their pitch deck, they show it to these investors, and they say, I'm selling my shares for X amount of dollars. Would you like to invest?
Unbelievable. I always say to everybody, I want you to teach your children. If you teach your children, they will grow up and teach them from the womb. I want everybody to know that this is Derek Whitehead Jr. Thank you, son. I'm very proud of you. He has been able to do this stuff since he was a teenager. Teach your children. They will learn. Take them away a little bit from this computer, video games, and introduce things to them so that they don't have to go through what we went through. That's the whole reason for this. I want to thank everybody for being here. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. People like.
Yeah, I follow Derek. He got a lot of good stuff.
Yeah.
Man, you opened up a whole different can of worms. This
Yeah,
is
I wanted to
this is a whole hour lecture right here.
I had to put that out there before we go, man.
Yeah, that ain't nothing you can just really throw out. You talking about an hour now on that. That's you know.
Hey, that's something for the people though. Like we need to start having these conversations.
Yeah,
well,
facts.
I could bring up a couple of extra points right now that that we could talk about, like, and there'll be a long discussion. I give you an example, like for example, what if your kid's not interested in that?
Well, that don't matter, man. Look at a lot of these other cultures, and they say you going to school to do this.
Right. But see, that's the thing. Don't forget, we came from broken homes.
Right. So we got to start somewhere, though. Like,
right. So I give you
we have to cut it at some point. And
yeah,
change.
you got to cut it at some point.
Yeah.
I give you an example. Like, well, my daughter's not interested in that. You know, that's not her thing. You know, I've been her 16th birthday. I got a Rich Dad Poor Dad. I got a 48 Laws of Power. I've been on about stuff like this. He's not interested in stuff like that. That's not a thing.
I mean, but I think like they say, I think like they say, it's levels to it. You know, how deep are you going to it? You know, giving them, just financial knowledge. I mean, it don't have to be, hey, start your own company and do all this, but at least that financial stability, that financial knowledge. And, if they're not interested in starting a company and doing all that, that's okay. But you still want to be able to manage your money and use money correctly. So you can still do it at levels, even if they're not, interested in. Now, if they just want to, every dollar they get, they got a hole in their pocket. Well, I mean,
that's the thing.
Here's the thing that I add, I'm saying, is that how do you know they don't like it unless they try it, right? I'm saying? So if you're in a meeting with me, sitting at the table, listening to these conversations, listening to what's going on, if I bring you along to come sit at that table and then you tell me, okay, well, Dad, I thought that was boring, or I have no interest in it, no problem. But you can't just tell me you don't like something just because you never tried it, or you don't understand what it is, or whatever the case may be. To me, they need to at least be able to kind of experience it. Then if you don't like it, then okay, we can move on to the next thing. But I'm not just taking you at face value, because at a young, tender age, you don't know what the hell you're interested in.
Yeah, you don't know what
you interested in, especially these kids now. All I'm interested in is being an influencer. I just want to take pictures and make a whole bunch of damn money because that's all they see on TV. Okay, well, what if that doesn't work?
Right.
What if that doesn't work? You need to have a skill. You need to understand something in order to kind of progress yourself in life. If influencer doesn't work.
Mm-hmm.
So I think for part of us as parents, we have to push them a little bit to get outside their comfort zone, because that's all it is a comfort zone. We have to push them to get outside the comfort zone to understand, okay, well, this is what it is. And it's the same thing as somebody coming out of college. You force them, or you encourage them, I put it that way, you encourage them to go do an internship. This is what you want your major to be? Do an internship. Do you truly see yourself doing this on a day-to-day basis?
Right.
Well, I did the internship throughout the summer. That was torturous. I don't think I want to do that one. Well, you don't understand it until you're in it.
Yep,
so I think for some parts we have to actually force them. We have to push them a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my rebuttal to that is, don't forget that it's easier to do that, and if you're in she's in your house, or if you're outside the household in different states, it's a lot harder to put your influence or put your stamp on that, and then
it is without a doubt.
Then secondly, because that's tried, like it's just that certain things, you just got to hope and wish that she'll take after you, but you can't force it down that throat. I tried to force it down that throat, like, all right, force it down the throat, but some people are not interested in capitalism, more interested in, giving back or caring or whatever she's into is not opposite than me. You know what I'm saying? So I got to be more capitalist for all of us, because I'm going to be the person to get the call when that check needs to be cut. So I just got to, so that's the thing. Is like, but you can't force anybody to do anything, especially, if you're talking female, now a son, you might can, that would be my dream, to be like the Bronny James. You follow in my exact footsteps. That's a man's dream, but sometimes it doesn't happen like that. Everybody living their dream, So.
Correct.
And that starts a whole nother conversation when, like you said, when everybody's not in the same household, that just adds another dynamic to it that makes it tougher.
Right, it's definitely tough, because what can you do? Don't forget that we've been stripped, damn near have no rights as a father, especially as a minority father, quote unquote. We have no rights. I can't even wink wrong. I wink wrong, I could go to jail. You know what I'm saying? So I can, I blow wrong. He threatened me, and you have no proof. You can get your freedom taken away from you. So we have zero rights as a parent. So how much iron fist can you put down?
Yeah.
Well, I don't think that. I think the last thing that you need to do is give up. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not what you know what I'm saying? That's not an option. I think what I'm saying, there's only so much influence that you can have when you're not in the same household, but you just approach it a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? You want to be a makeup artist. Okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? You want to be a makeup artist? Hey, look, I'm behind you 100%. What are you doing with your money? You know what I'm saying? As you get clients and you do this. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. For every dollar that you put up, I'll put another dollar with. You know what I'm saying? So there's different ways that we can approach it to help them see the light.
Well, I like what Shaq did with his kids. He was like, y'all ain't rich, I'm rich. But if you got a business idea, present me with a business plan, and we'll go through it.
Correct.
Right. And I hate to be anecdotal, but I have more empathy and I understand by dealing with my situation as opposed to everybody else. Like, you know, all you could do, and this was the conclusion I came with, is that all you can do is the best that you can be, and then hopefully everything else falls into place. But I cannot force another human being to be what I want them to be. You know, so I can only do as much as I can do, and then hopefully everything falls there. Now, if you interested in learning about this, I'm the river, I'm the stream, I'm the ocean of knowledge. If you're interested in doing all of this, interested in getting financial literacy, I'm there, but I can't force it down your throat because I don't want to put a strain on our relationship that's already strained from the system.
Yeah. And then also, you know, I mean, even if like you said, you're doing as much as you can, they might be listening, and maybe 5 years down the road, 10 years down the road, everything that you've been trying to preach to them, it clicks.
Right, and that's all you can hope for.
That's all you can
example, but you can't cram something down somebody's throat without them resenting you, because they will double down just out of spite. You know what I mean? And that's just human nature. It's the old book, you know, How to Win Friends and Influence People. The chapter 1 in there is that, you know, you might win the battle, but you lost the war. You know, so you might win the battle, you might be right. You know, you right in every way, but you lose twice because you're gonna lose the respect of that person. They're gonna try to resent or go against everything you said because you beat them. You know, so you can't beat somebody down with your ideology. I think, you know, just like some of those people, like, you know, the Middle Eastern and stuff like that. They want, dad wants me to be a doctor. I hate my dad. You know what I mean? So you can't really do it. Not if we were in a different country, maybe. You know, but this country is like, you can't. You know, you're really powerless. You know, you could suggest, you could do a lot of stuff, but you can't force.
And this all ties into this last one real quick. This one for the dad, for the men. Shout out to the ones making it happen.
If you want to be a great man, just go. We're gonna stand over and tell you.
I've seen this.
Don't look to her, but they gonna say it. And when you gone, that's when they gonna realize, man, daddy was great, such and such was great, because your presence ain't there. You cannot add and tally up who you are as a man until you gone. And that presence is not there. As long as you here, they can't tally you up.
Right.
They don't know what's missing until it's gone. If you want to,
I've seen that before,
Yeah. I mean, dad is, for the most part, is a thankless job. You know, and stepdad especially is a thankless job. You know what I mean? But they don't realize, you know, everything, you know, because it's intangible stuff. You know, lights on, food on the table. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So then we're the disciplinarian. So sometimes we got to be the bad guy. That's why nothing's more scary to a child than, hey, I'm gonna tell you, daddy. You know what I mean? So we got to be the bad guy sometimes, because that's the way we love. We're protectors. So in order to protect you, sometimes I can't tell you exactly what you want to hear. I got to tell you what's best for you. So a lot of times as a kid, you don't understand that because, you know, you want to get your way. But sometimes your way ain't the best way. So, you know, so like, yeah, a lot of times, Dad, you know, you ain't going to get your flowers till you know, they're throwing them on your grave. You know what I'm saying? So, and this is what it is. You can't expect no, you know, I never got no props. I never will get no props. You know, probably, you know, when you're dead and gone, that's when you're going to get it.
Yep. You know? So, yeah. Shout out, give them flowers to all the men and fathers out here making it happen, though.
Right.
We might not see it, but keep grinding.
Right. Keep on rolling. I mean, now we're going to get views, man. Don't forget, man. Just read your comment. We about to get out of here, man. I know you got to roll out of here 9:45, but you know, y'all got any questions, comments? Go ahead, hit them in the box. We'll read them real quick. But Corey, Barry, y'all want to comment on that before we get out of here?
No, just keep doing what you need to do. You know, that's part of being a man, is taking care of your family. Hey, and you didn't get into it for the flowers. You know, that's one thing. You're doing it because that's what you supposed to take care of your family. Don't look for the flowers. Take care of your family.
Yeah, you ain't gonna, mama gonna get the compliments. You ain't gonna get no compliments.
What they say, Mother's Day they get Red Lobster. Father's Day,
Father's Day, you got a barbecue.
We want you to barbecue.
Right.
Look, I think for us as fathers, you know what I'm saying, we have to sometimes be the disciplinary. We have to be the bad guys. You have to be okay with being the bad guys to know that, you know what I'm saying, you're raising respectable adults. You know what I'm saying? You can't really feel a certain kind of way about it. But on the other side is, you know what I'm saying, you can't be afraid to let your kids know that you love them. You can't be afraid to tell your kids that you love them. You can't be afraid to show them a little bit of compassion. You know what I'm saying? Compassion to understand that, you know what I'm saying, there's a softer side. You're stern, but you're fair. You know what I'm saying, you're not going to get, you know, as much flowers as, you know, mom's just like, hey, boo-boo, whatever you want, that type of thing. But it never takes away from your responsibility to show your kids that you love them, regardless of your position.
Right. Cloud, man, what's going on? I appreciate it. He's definitely a avid watcher and you know, definitely a viewer of the program. He said 150K enough to live in America. My answer to that was depends on your definition of live. You know,
and where in America.
Yeah, and where in America, like, you know,
if you're in Texas, probably. So if you're in California, you know what I'm saying, or New York, you probably gonna struggle a little bit.
Yeah, just come to Houston, bro.
Right. No, don't come here. Go to Austin. We got enough people.
Yo, he can't make it in Austin. He can't make it in Austin with 150.
I would say this to be more
Austin is
definite.
Texas, California. What?
Right.
If you're living for yourself and your family, yes. If you're trying to entertain the Joneses and the masses and trying to keep up with the Instagram people, no, because it's never going to be enough. You know, because you're making your own hell. Because you constantly want more, and there's always everybody's going to outdo you. You're going to be constantly chasing your tail. So if you live within your means and it's about you and your family, having a nice family upbringing and not worrying about the latest whatever, yes. But if you out there, you want to be outside, no.
Yeah, but it's possible.
You know, so that's my answer to that, to be more precise. Yeah, it's depending on who you're living for as well.
Yeah.
How many chilling you got? That's the other.
That's well, you know, but you know. Yeah, if you got 4, 5, it might be tough.
And if you stay inside too long, that number be gonna start going up.
Right.
Do your wife like to shop? You know what I'm saying? There's so many variables.
Well, that's what I mean by shopping. Yeah, shopping. If, you know, if she trying to keep up with the Joneses, yeah, you'll never shoot. You know, you know, it's a money pit.
200K won't be enough if that's the case.
Huh? Say it again.
I said if she's trying to keep up with the Joneses, you know what I'm saying? And y'all trying to splurge more than what you got. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you know, 200,000 ain't gonna be enough. It's never gonna be enough.
Yeah, it's never gonna be enough. It's who you living for? If you living for to have a decent education for your kids and have a decent living roof over the head, and that's it. You ain't gotta, you know, you don't mind wearing a t-shirt or you know what I'm saying, and you know, I ain't got no drip. You know what I'm saying? I'm just, you know, I dress neat.
Hey, you know what? Regular clothes are fine. You ain't got to be dressed like a bum. You know what I'm saying? You can go get regular clothes at the, you know.
Man, I think we spend way too much on clothes, bro. Them clothes be outrageous. I used to be in the fashion, but it's man, that them European labels and stuff that's BS, bro. Like, you know, $1,000 for a t-shirt, man, and you know.
Oh yeah.
I don't do skinny jeans, man, so I don't do European.
It's ridiculous, you know. Like, you know, then I got a new look that I'm about to unleash on everybody, you know. And I'm watching the people bite me.
What is that? What's that new look?
I'm about to be corporate goth.
Corporate what?
Corporate goth.
Yeah,
you gonna have to explain that.
Corporate what? What was that after corporate?
Hey, you're gonna be out here with the black with the spikes and
not no spikes. I'm just about to be black, all black every day.
And everything else. Is that what you're doing?
Hey, I'm about to be black, gray, and maroon. You know what I'm saying? every day have a uniform, look the same. I'm all black on black.
Dark colors.
But that's what Gary Killer did. He had black pants, black shirt. That's
black pants, black
he
shirt.
ain't wear nothing different. That was
I
he
don't
wore
give
it
a
every day.
damn. I don't give a damn about none of that stuff.
Yep.
Black pants, black shirt.
Yep.
That's my uniform. Done. It's too much thinking. You know what I'm saying? I never, back in the days, when I was 20 something. Oh, I like that outfit. It's cute. Those days are gone.
It's cute.
Yeah, I ain't.
Pause. Pause.
No, I'm talking about that. That's what they'll say. I ain't looking for that now. Those days are gone. So I don't care about the outfit. Functional is it clean? Smell good? That's all I worry about. I ain't worried about matching and putting things together. I ain't on TV like that.
Hey,
I don't know. I got to go clean those.
Huh?
Hey, look,
it's a way to dress without having to spend a lot of money too, though.
Yeah, it is. It is. But it depends on what it is. Because I'm known for coming out with some Crocs and some flip flops. I ain't got no problem with it. I ain't got it ain't got to be no fresh pair of Nikes, no Air Jordan, none of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, I'm not knocking a person that do, by all means. It's
Right.
just me, you know what I'm saying? I got to be comfortable.
Right. I got to be comfortable.
And simple.
Right.
And simple. You know what I'm saying? I'm not spending all that money for that.
And cool, because it's too hot out here to be trying to throw on suits.
Well, a couple of things. I like corporate. I like corporate. I like to be in but the thing is, the more I hang around millionaires, the more I see they don't give a damn about what we give a damn about.
You wouldn't know they were if you looked at them.
Yeah, they don't give a damn about.
You would.
They don't give a damn about what the label is on this. How much? Who designed this? Is it comfortable? Does it match? And is it clean?
Yeah.
That's all I care about. I mean, then the people that know these labels and know how much it's cost, do I want that attention? Do I really want you around me? Like, if that's what you worry about?
I ain't looking for a lick.
Yeah, like, man, I don't want no person like that around me. Oh, this is Versace. Let me talk to him. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, no, that's cap, B. That's cap.
What you talking about?
You put up on the road wrong.
Well, yeah. I can turn the camera right now, and I got a dresser drawer full of designer glasses, Gucci, Versace, Prada, Ego. I got probably that
you probably ain't worn years.
I got dust on them. I could turn the camera right now and show you probably like $20,000 worth of sunglasses. You know what I mean? Ain't worn them years. So it's like, man, all that money, that was a bad investment. I could have got me a plot of land and been rocking and rolling with that, but now that could have turned into $2 million.
Yep.
Jay-Z said something like that, man. I brought this all work from
he said I could have bought Dumbo before Dumbo.
Right. Yeah. Like, man, we spend our money on stupid stuff, bro. That's why it's like, I got a closet full of games. I'm about to give all this to Goodwill. I don't know about the glasses. I ain't giving the glasses to Goodwill. But I got some Gators.
Oh, good deed, B. Go ahead and it.
Nah, they about to get. Hey, I got some LeBrons.
Go to Goodwill and get some Gucci glasses.
You got a clean house anyway. You ain't trying to take that on, would you?
Hey, somebody about to get some LeBrons and some nice Air Maxes. I'm about to give out, what I'm saying, and some Crocs and some Gators. Somebody about to get some nice shoes. They're gonna be some bums stepping. You know what I'm saying? With some LeBrons on.
Later Gators.
Yeah, so I'm about to give away some of that. But that clothes-wise, I got some nice clothes that I'm about to give away. But nah, I ain't getting them glasses. Them glasses too expensive. So, but nah, I don't need all that stuff, man. It's my values didn't change.
As it should. Because I think you know what I'm saying, when you're younger and you start to get money, you know what I'm saying, you feel like you need all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to feel like I'm getting money. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then eventually you
tell everybody else you get money.
Say this is pointless. Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah. You want to flex a little bit when you're young.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? We all have been there, you know what I'm saying? I get it. But eventually you get to the point where, you know what I'm saying, like it's unnecessary. I'm getting I'm spending a whole bunch of money on stupid stuff.
Getting fly is a whole nother job. Getting fly is like a job.
It is because you got to think about the combination. How
you got to think about it, and you got to be clean. I mean, like that used to be me. I used to try to be on some pretty boy stuff, but like I said, I'm more cute than I would be Newt. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Barry, get you in there.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm, my swag is more cute.
I'm dark. I'm dark clothes all the time.
Yeah, I'm more cute than it. But when I was trying to be on some pretty boy stuff, man, you got to really think about this. All right, how I'm gonna mash it together. All right, let me order this, and then all right, I'm clean. I'm pressing my socks and all that stuff. Then I do all that.
Socks. Yeah, thinking about what people are saying about your clothes and what they're gonna say about what I'm wearing.
It's good and bad attention, you know what I'm saying? And this was, back when I was in the bodybuilder, it's good and bad attention. Now, all eyes on you. Now it's like, you got the unwanted attention of two. You know what I mean? So you got more dudes looking you up and down than you do females, you know what I'm saying? So like, man, I don't want you to look at me. I want your girl to look at me. You know what I'm saying? So it's unnecessary attention. Like, man, it ain't worth it. The juice ain't worth the squeeze. Like, all right, I did all this, and it ain't worth it, bro. So I like being clean as far as neat, but the dress like that, you got to be on top. Then you only can wear it once or twice.
Nah, you just got to learn how to mix it up. You just got to learn how to mix it up.
Nah, I
wasn't throw them combos together.
You're right.
I throw them combos together.
I'm talking about. Not just corporate gear. I'm talking about the street gear. Like you can't
that too.
Yeah, you couldn't do that. I couldn't wear no more. I could wear the jeans, but shirts you once or twice with that t-shirt, and then you got to throw it away.
What?
I don't know what you're talking
about. You gotta do what?
I got.
Hey, B was on a different level. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I was on a different level. Yeah, I was getting money in my 20s. Like, so I got stuff in my closet right now that I didn't wear one time. And I can't even fit one right arm in that thing no more.
That's why you ain't wearing it.
I got hats that I've never worn that got dust on them. I've never put my head in it. I got at least about 400 ball caps. I think you've been in my closet, right? You see my closet. You see my actual closet, CJ?
I ain't in the closet.
400 is a lot of caps.
I got 400 caps. I got so many caps. I got artwork of caps. I made somebody draw my closet.
I thought I had a lot of caps. I ain't got no 400 though.
No, I got about 400 caps. I got hats that you ain't never seen. I got some red joints. I got some hats that you can't get in the United States.
That was before you went through your gothic phase, because everything is black and earth tones.
I was got before. Yeah, I was got before. Cause when I coming from the streets, I used to be black tee and black pants. I'm gonna just put the corporate twist on it now. So I'm gonna put the black tuck-in shirt. You know what I'm saying? And
with
black slacks.
Yeah,
black blazer. I'm just switching it up. Different ball, same hustle, different ball game. So, but when I start getting the money, then I start switching it up. Now I won't be clean every day. Now I got to be Versace. I got to be this. I got to be that. So I got shirts. I had a, and we could go ahead and wrap it up. I know CJ got to go, but so we're gonna see you next. We'll talk off air real quick. I'll finish the story. We'll see you next week.
Peace.
But now.